So today we're going to work on the Polaris RZR 800 by Peg Perego. And what I'm going to be doing, turn my headlights off, is installing a voltmeter with a high and low voltage alarm. So I'm going to set the low voltage alarm for a number, and when that number hits, because say the kids are using the machine, the batteries wear down, they get to a certain voltage, and you don't want them to go down too far, because, well, one, this big heavy machine you'll have to drag home, and for two, when you let them go down that far, it's bad for the batteries. Even though they're deep cycle batteries, you don't want to run them till they're dead. So I'm going to start it at a certain number, and then when that beeps, when it gets there, this will beep, and then that will alert them to come home, and then I'll charge it. And what's cool about this machine is I put a 24 volt charger port here, so you don't have to tear off the seat and all that. You can just use your regular old RZR charger, wherever I did with it. I got a disaster zone right here, and you just plug it in and you're done. So all right, let's start with the unit here. I got it loose so I can pull it out, but basically this works up to 50 volts, and you can set the high limit at 45 and the low, I don't know, it's like maybe 4 volts or something. So what you do to set it is, and I got mine, you know, batteries, sealed lead acid, run at like fully charged, like 13 point, it depends on what they are, 2-ish, maybe a little more. So 13.2 times 2, 26.4. So right now mine are sitting at 26.2. They could probably use a little bit of charge. Whatever you want to decide. The high limit's not that important really, unless you think you're going to overcharge your batteries, which if you get the smart charger, it will shut off, so you don't have to worry about the high limit. So we really won't even worry about setting that. But the process will be the same as setting the low limit. But we're going to set the low limit right now. So Mighty Max batteries, they say right around 11.7 volts would be about 20% capacity, and I really don't want them getting that far. So my initial trial run here, I'm going to set the batteries at 12 volts each for it to beep, time for them to come home. That gives them a little bit of juice to get home and doesn't tear up the batteries. And I'll fine tune from there to see how that's working for me. So if I let each battery get to 12 volts, 12 times 2 is 24. So to set the low voltage, I'm going to hold this button and it'll start blinking. Now I can press up to go 1/10 at a time. So if I press it once, 26.4, press it down. I guess that's a bigger jump. Hold on. Oh wait, yeah, 26.24. Yeah, it's 0.2 every single time. So we're gonna set the low voltage though. I'm gonna hold that down. And so 12 times 2 is 24. So we're all set right there. If I press down, it will adjust it down. Oh, it shut off again. So basically, hold on. This video is making me look bad here. All right, there we go. It's blinking. You can, while it's blinking, you can adjust it down. Yeah, 1/10 at a time. I don't know why it was giving me a hard time. I'm gonna press back up to 24. Okay, and then it's gonna blink, and if you wait about 10 seconds, it'll stop blinking, and then, well, a couple seconds. Okay, so current charge is 26.2. So they're gonna go out on the trails, hit the trails, ride around for a while, and when this voltage gets down to 24, it'll start making that beep noise you heard, but it'll just constant beep, beep, beep. That'll be time to come home. And so that's it. But how do you wire it? So it's real simple. There's black and a red. You're gonna take this black, you're gonna run it all the way over and tie it in to the negative of the first battery. And then there's a red, that's the positive. And take that positive and come around here, put it in a switch, and then take a new wire and come out of the switch and then go to the positive on the second battery. So this is 12 volts and this is 12 volts. If I put a voltmeter here, this will read 12, well really like 13.2. And if I put a voltmeter here, it will read. But this is a 24 volt machine ran in series. Your negative is here to the motor, the positive is here, and then they loop these two together. That gets you 12 times 12. So you want to run your positive to the, your negative to the negative, and your positive to this positive. And that will get you this. This is called a single pull, single throw, single pull, something like that. Switch. So it's real simple. It's basically on and off. So all it is you're running a wire to the battery, you're cutting that wire and diverting it to the switch and then going back out to the battery, and that's all you're doing here. Now this switch is a little more complicated. This is for the lights. It has extra wires. If you turn it on, it does that to tell you it's working. Not really necessary. So now when they're going to ride, turn it on, and this sits in here better. I just sitting in here. By the way, I use this to cut out the plastic. Super duper dangerous. If you do not wear glasses, safety glasses, you're asking for trouble. These break almost every time and almost hit me in the face every time. So do not use one of those without safety gear. Long sleeve. I got a hood on here and safety glasses. And trusty beer. All right, I think that is about it. So if you did want to set the high limit, if you had a cheap charger, you would just hold it down, adjust it to the high. You could make it whatever, say 20, let's say it's 13.5 times 2, 27. You can set it at 27. Then if your charger starts going over that, it'll just start beeping and beeping. Once you get to the high limit voltage or the low, it will not stop beeping until you remedy the situation or just turn it off. So that's about it. On this machine, I have a few videos how to install the headlights, how to install the charger, and I think I will make one about how to turn this series into a series with parallel batteries to double the length of driving. I also have a video on how to repair the 24 volt here. So if you've ever had, this has got a 2-speed 12 volt and you floor it down further, 24 volt. So if you've ever lost the high speed, I have a video on how to fix that. So subscribe and check it out.